we're going to deal with in Chapter 8, Section 1. It's have to do with theoretical probability. And I kind of described this in the first one a little bit, but it describes the likelihood of an event based on mathematical reasoning. So it's not actually doing the experiment, right? It's just thinking if I flip a coin, I don't have a coin with me. If I flip a coin, am I going to get heads or tails? What's the likelihood of that? So that's theoretical, not actually doing it, just thinking about the mathematical reason. So let's go ahead and take a look at the problem. All right, so we're calculating theoretical probability. So we're just thinking, you know, so what's the probability of rolling numbers that add up to 7? Okay, so my probability is numbers that add to 7. So that's my event that's happening. That's what I want on top, right? What adds up to 7? So how many numbers add up to 7 when I roll 2 standard cubes? Now 2 standard cubes is just dice, right? You got 2 dice. You got 1 through 6. I think there's an app on here, right? And that means this one would have to be a 5, right? And that would give me 6, sorry. That would give me 7, right? So there's one possibility of 2 die adding up to 7. Now we want to go through and figure out how many would there be. So we got to think about the dice and how they roll, right? So we have here's roll of 1 die, okay, going across this way, and then we'll look at another roll going across this way. So if I roll 1 dice, I can get a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, and a 6, right? Those are all my possibilities with rolling 1 dice, okay? Then if I roll a second dice, I can also get a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, and a 6, okay? So when I look at, I have a total of 36 different possibilities, because this would be rolling a 1 and get a 1, 1 and get a 2, 1 and get a 3, and so forth. So there's a total of 36 different possibilities here. I have 6 here and 6 here. 6 times 6, 36. Okay, now we just add these up. So if I roll 1 and get a 1, that's a sum of 2. So that's what, did it say sum? Add up to. Add up to means sum. You'll have to know that for later too. Add to means sum. Okay, so then this would be a 3, this would be a 4, this would be a 5, this would be a 6, this would be 7. So there's one of my numbers, right? 7. And I go down this way. This would be a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7. There's one of my numbers. And then if I roll 2 and a 2, that'd be 4. 2 and a 3 would be 5. So see how it's kind of happening here? 6, 7, 8. This would be a 2 and a 3, which is a 5, 6, 7, 8, right? 4, 5, 6, 7. There's my other 7. 8, 9, right? 7, 8, 9. 8, 9, 10. 9, 10. 10, 11, 11, 12. I mean, if you count all these, it's 36 of them, right? And so here are all my 7s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. So I have 6 different possibilities that I can get of adding up to 7. Well, how many total? Well, there's like I said, 36. Got row 6, row 6, row 6, row 6, row 6, row 6. There's 36. So 6 out of 36 would reduces down to 1/6. So I have 1/6 probability of adding up to 7 when rolling 2 standard cubes. There you go. Here's an example for you to do. So you're going to use you can use that same chart that I did, but you want to add up to 9. So what's the probability of adding to 9 with 2 standard cubes?